How you guys doing? This is another thing of importance in reference to photography and shadows and lighting and camera work. You know, Timothy Fielding is a photographer in California. He does a lot of stuff for CBS, I guess, and some he did, and some other fashion designs or high fashion and other things. And Timothy Fielding has pictures of me of both sides of my face, and I got one of the pictures on my computer. It's like a third generation because I had to make a copy of a copy because my picture portfolio, one of them's in California, where somebody got it over there. It was in the trunk of my Ford Tempo, you know, which that Ford Tempo was supposed to be on my dad's property in Beverly Hills, and my RX-7 is supposed to be on my mother's property in Beverly Hills. Because my mother and father was together, but my mother and father in family history, they both had other mansions from my mother's side and my father's side, basic information. But, I'm the owner of both sides of my mother and father's estates, But this satellite man claims that he thought if there was a shadow on a picture or a glare of the flashlight or the flash bulb on a person's teeth, this man tried to call a person's teeth fake. Do you understand that? If you look at some of your pictures that you have where somebody had taken a photograph of you and you had your mouth wasn't dry, it was just like normal smiling with normal saliva amounts in your mouth. And if you smiled and if there was a camera flash, it would reflect off of your teeth or it would reflect off of the saliva from your smile, which, is very little amount, but light would reflect off that. There's even pictures in movies where you see that. And this man obviously is so incompetent about photography that he thought if there was a shadow on a picture, he tried to claim he thought it was a deformity of the person's face. So then the satellite man had been mutilating people's faces based on photographs that had different camera lighting of different types of camera bulbs, and the way they were set to shadow a side or to look at a different angle, because when people have a photo shoot, they take several reels of, of pictures. Like some of them might take 50 to 100 different reels, photos, Like they might use 10 different rolls or 8 rolls of film for a photo shoot. And then you try to find the best picture that suits what you're trying to present as a particular character for a film or a casting director. But this satellite man has been poking me in the right-hand side of the nose. And, Timothy Fielding photographed that picture. And that's just a shadow. And this man has been lasering my nose, trying to create a dent in my nose, like he was trying to create a mutilation or a deformity of the nose when it is a shadow the way the lighting was in the photography at Timothy Fielding's studio. And we even filmed outside too when he took photos of me, And this government man has tried to claim that he thought that if there was a shadow on a person's face, that he would warp their face trying to create that shadow in real life. When photography has very different dimensions and different angles of which a person photographs a person based on lighting, based on the mood of the photographer or the mood of the photography of the subject being photographed. So, in reference to, and these satellite controllers tried to claim they thought that satellites was regular cameras. Satellites are not regular cameras at all. They have to travel through the atmosphere. They have to travel, 70-something miles to see Earth, you know what I mean? Which is not very far based on telescopes or even certain types of binoculars or whatever, or photo lenses. But you think of a lens, like you got a lens on Earth In your camera, it might be 3 or 4 inches across. On a satellite, they're like 8 to 10 feet, or even more, or 20 or 15 feet. Just depends on how big the satellite is. So in reference to this government man, so if you're wondering why, they can read the date off a coin from a satellite. And the date on a coin is like maybe 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters, well, maybe 2 millimeters in size. Or maybe 3, just depends on the coin, I guess. But this government man tried to claim that he thought if there was a shadow in a photograph, that it was a deformity of that person's face. When, if you're a photographer, you would know right away, saying, no, that's a fucking shadow. That's not a deformity of the person's face. That's just a shadow from where the lighting was placed. But this satellite man thinks these stupid thoughts. And the satellite man will claim, if you had a glare on your teeth, he thought you had fake teeth. But there are numerous people that have photographs of themselves when they smiled at the camera and somebody was using a flash. And you can easily see a glare off of a person's teeth based on the moisture or the saliva that's naturally in the person's mouth, that's naturally over the teeth. But this satellite man is claiming that he's a profiler or somebody in government, and the idiot did not even know that there's different shadowing in photography. And this man has been poking me in the right-hand nose. If you look at it's the shirt, it's the picture with the black shirt. It's like a collared shirt. Looks like a black leather shirt. And my hair is like parted in the middle, kind of like waved back, kind of like, and I'm kind of smiling like this. And this satellite man has damaged my upper lip, and they've damaged my front teeth. And this man did this shit claiming he thought he was going to fool people in Hollywood by trying to steal my identity. Do you understand that? And then he tried to make up plastic surgery shit on me. I've never had plastic surgery. This is my real face. Even though the camera is distorting it because it's like a fish lens, It's like a fish lens camera. So it makes everything look, strange and out of proportion. But this government man is so incompetent and so belligerently stupid in his position of government that the idiot could not even recognize the fact of people having real teeth, and when a flash from a camera during their smiling time of the camera, posing for the camera, that sometimes there's moisture or saliva of the person's natural saliva amount that's in front of their teeth, which sometimes draws a glare from a camera flash. And this government man was trying to call people's teeth fake. They just mess with my mouth. That's how ignorant and how stupid and psycho this government man is. This man has to get ordered into court, and he needs to take an ethics test, and he needs to be asked things about photography and why he is so stupid to try to mutilate people's faces and teeth, and what his malfunction is in his fucking brain, or what his problem is in his thoughts, trying to steal my identity. He's tried to fool my friends in Hollywood or something too. I don't know. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. But if he has to get prosecuted. My identity is copywritten. Oh, and another thing, plastic surgeons are not allowed to use my image for anybody else and their plastic surgery. They're not allowed to copy my face. They're not allowed to change their face to try to look like my face. Those people have tried to mutilate my face, trying to change their face. Like they were trying to murder me, trying to mess up my looks. And then their plastic surgeon that their people are working with, tried to copy my face. And they damaged my teeth, so you know they tried to copy my teeth too. And then they falsely tried to claim pictures of me when their people got dentures to try to copy my teeth. Or they had dentures made from my dental records that they stole, and then they tried to copy my teeth. They even went to the dentist office here in Indiana. I don't know if it was one of the dentist offices my mother owns or what. But these government people even went to a dentist office and asked for my dental records. And their government agent was trying to steal my identity. It's more lawsuits every second of every day. It's attempted murder every single day. I haven't received anything in the postal mail either from California or anywhere else. If they tried to send, an itinerary of travel or money or lawsuit monies or benefits of any kind since I got kidnapped from California or anything. And the roll protocol of my identities in the media 24 hours a day. I haven't received anything from any city or state. Anybody tried to send anything from anywhere.